It's time to name this week's Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week, and that brings us to Emery High School, where we are going to catch up with senior wrestler Dazi Thatcher. Dazi, it's great to chat with you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know this is your second year wrestling, right? You've only done this 2 years, but you've made a huge impact so far this season. Let's talk about some of the success and what stands out to you about your senior campaign.
So I won my tournament last week, or 2 weeks ago. It was the Tournament of Champions, and it's a pretty hard tournament, and it was actually my first tournament that I had ever wrestled a year ago. So I'm really happy with my success because I won the championship. I beat some girls that I really needed to wrestle, and I'm proud of that.
As far as the sport goes, I know that you go up against girls that have wrestled their entire life. What was it about the sport that made you say, hey, I think I want to give this a go?
I think it was just something that I've always wanted to try. Like, I've always watched it. My little brother, he wrestled when he was like little, and I've just been around it, watching my friends wrestle, middle school, and then coming up to high school, I said, why not?
I know that this is kind of an historical year for Emery Wrestling. So last year, you had to travel all the way to Carbon every single day if you wanted to wrestle. You guys have a team this year. How great has that been?
I'm so happy. I love my girls very much. I have 4 of them, including me, and I'm very happy to start this girls wrestling program here at Emery.
It kind of feels like a new era of wrestling in general. I know we have Coach Ryan Rainey. He's in his first year, right? And now we have the Emery wrestling, the girls wrestling team. So if you had to look at the 2024-25 campaign as a whole, how successful has it been for Emery in general? Not just girls, not just boys, but I mean as a collective unit.
I feel like we've been very successful. We've taken that next step. We have reached where we could like include the girls and have that. Like I'm all for that. Just like the girls wrestling, I'm very happy that we are able to have that here.
This is probably a really tough question, but when you talk about girls wrestling, it kind of feels like you guys are going to be responsible for growing this sport, right? Because you were the first Emery team. So how do you go about doing that? How do you guys grow this sport within the school?
Just try to campaign it as best as you can. You just go and work your hardest, try to get people to join, try to like talk to them and be like, hey, like you should come try this out. Like it's really good. Like it's benefited so much. Like these girls that I have, they were not wanting to do it, and then they came in and they absolutely love the sport. Like I recommend it.
What's the biggest benefit to being a wrestler? Because I know we talk about the matches, we talk about the tournaments, but there is so much work that goes on in this particular room, right? So what is the biggest benefit from being a wrestler?
I would say the hard work and grit. Our coach always tells us that like we need to learn these life skills here in the room, and it'll benefit us out there in the real world. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that it'll help us so much. When we learn that we can get through anything, that it's going to be hard, and that's life.
Let's talk about what the future holds, because before you know it, Divisionals is going to be here, State's going to be here, all right? So it's all about individual goals, I'm sure, right, what you have put in your mind. What is your goal for Divisionals and State? What is something that you have said, this is what I'm looking to accomplish?
The main goal is to just be happy with my matches, be happy that I know I put 100% effort onto that mat, but I'm hoping that I can at least place high.
Is there a goal that you guys have set as a collective group? Have you guys talked about that as a team?
No, not really, but our goal is always to just get on that mat, be happy with what we come off with, walk off with. If our hand is not raised, if it's raised, it doesn't matter, just as long as we know that we won because we tried our best. Let's
talk about being a student athlete at Emery. So you are in your senior year. How's that gone for you so far?
It's going pretty good. As good as a senior can be.
Are you ready to graduate, I guess is the question?
Very much so.
What are your plans once you get past high school?
I'm trying to decide if I want to go to college and wrestle or just go to college and then go on my mission.
You also talked about coming back and trying to coach, right? Trying to teach here at Emery High School. I think it's fascinating for you to be a senior and realize that you have a lot of work that can be done within this school. Tell me a little bit about that and kind of the passion that is inside of you to come back and continue to grow this program.
So I don't want to leave my girls hanging. I really want to see this sport grow and succeed. I really want to see us have an Emery High girls wrestling program, a full team. Eventually, a few years down the road, next year, I'm just hoping to have a little bit more girls, just more and more every day.
Dazi, it's a pleasure to chat with you. You've done some amazing things. Hopefully you can finish off this year the way you want to finish it off, and I'm sure it's not the last time we're going to speak. So congratulations on being the Athlete of the Week, and I look forward to chatting with you again.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
All right, that's Dazi Thatcher, again, the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week.